As to when I'm speaking, Oregon has landed not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5, count them, 5 five-star recruits. Oklahoma, their starting quarterback, Jackson Arnold, who didn't just upset, demolish Alabama by 20 points. He's entering the portal. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas, everybody. Speaking of Christmas, we're trying to hit 350,000 subscribers before that day. So if you like college football content and you enjoy time here, consider subscribing. And if you're feeling extra generous during this holiday season, drop a like. Let's get back into the video. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope you're having a great Wednesday. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. Man, oh man, things are getting crazy in college football. And no, I'm not even talking about the college football playoff. We got a bunch of signings that are currently happening. And what is Oregon doing? They're trending all over social media. We've got multiple starting quarterbacks that have entered the portal. It is a hot mess. There's a lot we got to talk about and get into. And by the way, have some of y'all been keeping up with the SEC and ACC challenge in basketball? Good googly moogly. The SEC is destroying them. Speaking of that, I can't wait for that Alabama-North Carolina game and Duke and Auburn. That's going to be a barn burner. The Bama-North Carolina game will probably be going on when you're seeing this video or when the video is posted. That is besides the point, though. We got a lot to talk about. Strap in, buckle up, get you a snack, get you a popcorn, get your favorite meal you like to eat when you watch a video, because trust me, I do the same thing, but I'm mad about it. Should have grabbed out of it. I do. Let's get into it. All right, first things first, I say we start on with Oregon because, well, as you can see, they're trending. Why are they trending, you may ask? That is a fantastic question, my friend. I'd love to answer it. Because I got all the players. Y'all know your boy Matt doesn't get too heavily involved with recruiting for many reasons I've already stated in previous videos. If you don't know why, I'll give you just one of the reasons. I tend not to hype up high school recruits too much because anybody's going to look good when you're playing future DoorDash drivers and insurance salesmen. If you like recruiting and that's your forte, all power to you. It's just not something we talk about too much on the channel. That is, unless it's something big like this. And if I am talking about recruiting, you should know it is a big, and I mean a big deal. As to when I'm speaking, Oregon has landed not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5, count them, 5 five-star recruits. Most college football programs would be lucky to get 1 5-star recruit every 4 to 6 years. The fact Oregon just got 5 in one class, it's insane. And I know some people are going to say, well, Matt, you don't know if all these 5 stars are going to pan out, and that's a fair argument. That's something I even bring up all the time. However, there is a reason we hype up all these 5-star recruits, because 74% of 5-star recruits make it to the NFL. You got to clap it up to Dan Lanning and Oregon, and I would clap it up, but I have a coffee in my hand trying to stay warm. By the way, is it freezing for y'all too? Dude, it's like 20 degrees in Alabama. What are we doing? But anyways, getting back on track here, there's not anything more to say about this other than the fact that Oregon is just straight up dominating in the recruiting landscape. Shout out to Oregon and the Duckies. If you're a football fan, you got to be on cloud 9. Got the number 1 team in the nation, and well, it's looking like you're going to have the number 1 recruiting class. I would love to talk about that some more, but we got to get a move on to our second topic, which kind of goes hand in hand, and that is a transfer portal. I actually find this way more interesting than the recruiting stuff. So many guys who have entered the portal. Where do we want to start with this? All right, first things first. Texas A&M's former starting quarterback, Connor Wigman, he's entering the portal. This one's not really shocking to anybody. This is an unfortunate circumstance because Wigman was the starter to begin the season, got banged up a little bit, then the backup, now starter, Marcel Reed, comes in, does pretty good, and to make an extremely long story short, Wigman never regained the job back. It seems like A&M's going to roll up Marcel Reed going forward, so yeah, there's no point for Wigman to stick around and stay. Hate it for him, because you know he wanted to stay and be the quarterback at A&M, but from a playing standpoint, it doesn't make any sense to stay, so I'm not mad at this, and nobody else is going to be mad at it either. The nail in the coffin for Wigman was that LSU game. Couldn't get nothing going. They put in Reed, and it was a night and day difference. Hate it for him, but I never felt like ever since he stepped foot on that campus, it was a good fit. Wasn't a good fit with Fisher, and it's not a good fit with Mike Elko. I still think Wigman has the potential to be a really good college football quarterback. He has everything you're looking for. We shall wait and see. Whoever gets him, I think they're going to be really happy. Here is one that's trending just due to it being an Alabama player, and you know it's always going to be a big topic of discussion. With Alabama currently in the playoff, we'll have to see what happens on Saturday with SMU and Clemson. One of the wide receivers, Kobe Prentice, he's in the portal. I don't want to say Prentice has had a rough go at Alabama, but it hasn't been an ideal situation. It's one of those things where he just needs a fresh start, so as an Alabama fan myself, wishing the best of luck and thank you for all the hard work. He's an extremely talented wide receiver, and he's going to make some school happy. Speaking of Connor Wigman, I just saw this update. So there's 5 schools to watch for right now, according to some source. Syracuse, Mizzou, Iowa, that could be interesting. Louisville, the Cards, Wisconsin. Out of those 5 schools, where do you think Wigman's going to go? Or what do you think would be the best fit? Wait a minute. I just thought about this. Why would he go to Syracuse? That's where Honda McCord's at. Missouri one does make a lot of sense because their starting quarterback just left. Iowa, we'll get to them in just a second. Their quarterback also just left, so could be one of those two. I don't see Syracuse, though. Speaking of Iowa, this is what I was just talking about. Iowa's quarterback, Caden McNamara, former Michigan quarterback, entering the portal. Somebody said, get ready to learn Division III football, buddy. Ah, yes, good old McNamara. Seems like a great dude. Humble young man, just not very good at football. Hate it for him, but wish him the best of luck. Where will we go? Don't know, and I really have a hard time believing any big-time schools are going to pursue him. He might go to Purdue. That'd probably be the only place that he could start at. Here is arguably the biggest one, and it is the talk of the town. Oklahoma, their starting quarterback, Jackson Arnold, who didn't just demolish Alabama by 20 points. He's entering the portal. I know Oklahoma fans weren't too pleased with how Arnold played this year, but here's the thing. Who are you going to roll with next year? Even if Arnold wasn't going to be your starter next year, it's always a good thing to have a good quarterback room. Why is that? Because just like in everything in this life, iron sharpens iron. Let's check on some of these comments, though, because this does have a lot of replies. All you haters got your wish. I can't believe how many of you blamed this year's record on him or BV. So short-sighted and a huge loss. And yes, I'm sure everyone will cite how much better we are at the end of next year, but no one has batted with that many... I think I meant to say battled with that many injuries around him. Sorry, they just didn't put an L there, so I was confused. A shame we'll never see how great he'd be with another year in healthy line of wide receivers. Boomer, and best of luck at Jackson Arnold. I agree 100% with that. That's a great statement. And let me just set my coffee down and clap it up to whoever wrote that comment. That is a very good take. Most fans, they always tend to do this. Whenever their team loses, you blame 1 or 2 people. It's the first 2 people they point at. The head coach or the quarterback. It don't matter if the defense gave up 40. If the offense only put up 35, 36, 37, everybody's like, oh, well, why didn't we put up 45? Why'd the quarterback, although he had 5 touchdowns, throw an interception at the end of the game? What was he thinking? They never blame the defense or anything like that, and also they don't take injuries into account. I've been a part of many sports teams throughout my life, and I'm sure many of you watching this video either have as well or you're currently on a sports team, and you may have experienced this. I played on a couple of teams where, no lie, I swear, it was destiny for us not to have a healthy team. Not only could our starters not stay healthy, but even when we put in the new starters, which were the backups, they'd have 1 or 2 good games, and then boom, they get hurt. With all the injuries Oklahoma had overcome, that's just how it felt for them this season. I'm still standing 10 toes down on this. Brent Venables is a fraud, and he needs to be fired. He's not a good football coach, and I've been saying this for 2 years, and for those of you that are going to be quick to defend him, remember, I said Ryan Day was a fraud 3 years in a row before finally people started realizing, oh, wait a minute, Matt was right about Ryan Day. I miss on a lot of things, but one thing I've never missed on is evaluating quarterbacks and head coaches. But, and I have an astronomically big but, you better believe this season just ain't on Brent Venables. There was way too many injuries they had to overcome. Therefore, I am willing to give BV a pass on this year. Therefore, that means for Jackson Arnold, and I'll be the first to tell you, I think he'd even attest to this, he didn't play good this year, but I'm still going to give him a pass. Injured or not, the offensive line was terrible, and the wide receivers, well, they just didn't have any depth there. I don't really keep up with Oklahoma recruiting too much, but what are they going to do moving forward? I know that other guy that they was switching in and out with Arnold, yeah, he had like 1 good game, but he ain't better than Arnold. It's not like you just have an immediate upgrade. I don't know if they've got some 5 or 4-star in the recruiting class that's coming up, but even at that, he's not just going to be able to walk in and take over the job and start going 10-2. It's going to take some time to develop. I guess they're going to have to go in the portal and try to get a quarterback. Who knows what they're going to do? That's going to be a really interesting situation to pay attention to. Best of luck to Jackson Arnold, and we haven't even talked about this. Where is he going to go? I don't think he's some elite quarterback, so I don't think a team like Ohio State, your Bamas, Georgia's other world are going to go after him. I think Arnold would fit in just fine at a school like what Kyle McCord did at Syracuse, where the goal every year is to win around 6 to 19 games. For example, like a Georgia Tech, where Haynes King's currently at. He transferred from A&M, went to Georgia Tech, and I think that's a great fit for him. That's what Arnold needs. He needs to go to a school that's a really good fit. Oklahoma, it didn't work out. Wishing him the best of luck, and guys, I believe that is the last one. Yeah, the last player I wanted to talk about. Yeah, it is. And there's a couple other guys I missed, but these are just some of the notable ones that I think are worthy of putting in the video. There's a lot going on, and, your boy Matt's going to keep you up to date. Let me know your thoughts down below. But